Good morning and welcome back for the final week of the regular season, final 2 days of the regular season here in the FGCL, and a game with major stakes here on Field 1. Glad that you're with us. Gray Robertson up in the booth, and we've got a good one brewing for you between the Sarasota Bay Swashbucklers and the Myakka City River Mocs. The winner, effectively, you would think, based on the math, will be the 2 seed in the postseason. Swashbucklers 11-3, Mocs 10-3. And a first pitch strike to kick us off as we get rolling here on Field 1. The Mocs are the home team. The Swashbucklers are the away team. So we'll give you the starting lineup for the Swashbucklers first and foremost. Shelby Taylor hits that off the glove of Zelinka, and she'll beat it. So an infield single for Shelby Taylor, and here's the rest of the lineup for the Swashbucklers. Libby J. Hughes, the center fielder, is about to step in. Rusty Riley, the catcher, bats third. Belverady, the DP, is in the 4 spot with Kate English, the shortstop, batting 5th. Garrett Griggs, right field in the 6 hole. Jada Wade, first base in the 7 spot. Madison Hoffman, the A, is in the 8 hole. Kylie Savant is playing third, batting 9th. And Eden Frederick, the second baseman, is in the 10 hole. And they're facing in the circle out of Southeastern U for the River Mocs, Fia Zelinka, 2.48 ERA on the summer, 3-1 record, 31 innings, 31 hits, 15 runs, 11 earned, 9 walks, and 25 strikeouts. And a quick 2-0 on Libby J. Hughes. As we make sure all the bookkeeping and everything is set. There's a strike on the Oklahoma State Cowgirl with power for days, Libby J. Hughes. Here are the numbers. She's hitting .333, 6 of 18 with 9 RBIs, 3 homers, 2 doubles, and 6 runs. Three and 1 on J. Hughes. This is skied on the infield. Catch made at second. 1 down. Here's the defense for the Mocs. Mitchell's in left, Gutierrez in center, Davis in right. Jensen at third, Ferrier Pylon is at short, Emma Castori at second, Stroud at first, and Velazquez behind the plate. 1 down for Boise State's Rusty Riley. Called strike on Riley. Give you her numbers after this pitch. Runner goes. The throwdown from Velazquez. Oh, no. And now a collision on the base paths. Would have had her, but Ferrier Pylon couldn't collect. So Taylor stands on second base with Riley at the plate. 1-1 count on Rusty. Grounded foul, 1-2. Rusty Riley is 7 for 25 this summer with a .280 average, 8 RBIs, a homer, 2 doubles, and 8 runs scored. This is popped up. Stroud calls for it. Catch made. Now the portaling Belverady, who has, I believe, picked a new school. I need to check her Instagram, see if she's announced it. She has. So Bell has portaled from App State to Furman officially. It is on the gram, and if it's on the gram, it means it's real. 1-1. At the plate, Verady is hitting .385, 10 of 26, 6 RBIs, a homer, a double, and 6 runs scored. Trying to get the Swashbucklers on the board here to start against the Mocs in this crucial game. And she gets hit right in the shoulder. Someone just got away from Zelenka. First and second now for Kate English. Quick defensive conference as English gets ready. Batting .452, 14 of 31, 12 RBIs. That's third on the team. A home run, 2 doubles, and 12 runs scored. For the Swashbucklers, this is their regular season finale. They are not slated to play tomorrow. So this is the last push for All-Stars, for awards, and to try and finish as high in the standings as possible. That got all the way back. The Swashbucklers cannot win the league so the Slice is already locked up the top seed. Three and out. Missed inside, ball 4. Bases juiced. And the moment is now for Alabama's Garrett Griggs. Called strike on the outer half, 0-1. Griggs batting .444, 16 of 36, 8 RBIs, a homer, a triple, 3 doubles, and 11 runs. Same spot, same result, 0-2. It's a little further out. Good take, 1-2. Griggs, a freshman last year for Alabama. It's hit foul. Looks like we're waiting on a game ball. So it's a good time to remind everybody, if you want to join the conversation, hit me up on Twitter at Gray, GRAY_Robertson. We'll read your message on the air. Let us know who you're watching, where you're watching, how you are spending this Monday. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July. It's upstairs, full count. Greg sporting the America Bomb Pop bat. Red, white, and blue barrel. Payoff is line to left, and that's down all the way towards the fence, and 2 runs will score. Swashbucklers strike first here in the first inning on a 2 RBI double by Garrett Griggs. And to quote Lance McMahon, boom bama. What a good piece of hitting after falling down 0-2. A power slap to the gap. And the Swashbucklers have generated with 2 outs. Incepts Towson's Jada Wade. He's batting .357. First pitch foul. She's 10 of 28 with 4 RBIs, 3 doubles, 9 runs. It's a really good block by Velazquez to save that one, 1-1. Wade skies this out to left. Looks like Mitchell's got it, and indeed she does. But Garrett Griggs has the big swing for the Swashbucklers to put them out in front. Mocs will come to the plate for the first time. When we return, Swashbucklers up 2-0 going to the bottom of the first. Mocs down 2-0, and Kate Daly, who has picked her new location, but it is not public yet. After portaling from BYU, she gets to start in the circle for the Swashbucklers. And Molly Mitchell lays down a stunner, and it's fair. Pretty nice start for the Georgia Bulldog, Molly Mitchell, who's at first. Here's the rest of the lineup for the Mocs. You just saw the left fielder, Molly Mitchell, lay down that beautiful bunt. Fia Zelenka is batting second. She's the pitcher. Right fielder Bailey Davis is in the 3 spot. Batting fourth is Jillian Gutierrez, a center fielder, also looking for a new home. Actually, no, she has picked hers as well. Emma Castori, the second baseman's in the 5 hole. Kinsey Ferrier-Pila on the shortstop bats 6th. Fia lays down another bunt. Swashbuckler defense tested, and let's see. I think Brittany was out of alignment, so they're going to have to check with home plate ump Alex on this one. I thought initially she was off the bag, but we'll see. I'll finish the lineup. Batting 7th is the catcher, Elena Velazquez. In the 8th spot is Kyla Stroud, the first baseman. Batting 9th is Jensen, the third baseman. Oh, and I should have looked before we did this because... All right, looks like they're calling up here, so me and special guest Shannon Sale will make the call. So after review, she was off the bag. It will be a throwing error on the catcher. So an E2.
Two bunts. You think they're going to go for a third?
Yes, we have Oregon pitching coach Shannon Sale up here with us, watching this game for no particular reason because it's not my place to announce things. So here is Bailey Davis out of McNeese. We'll go through Kate Daly's stats. Oh, they're doing it again! Drag bunt down the first base line. Everyone's this time executing to perfection, but this is...
I think I called that.
This is beautiful stuff.
And I think she could bunt here too. 1 out. That's what we call bunt execution.
Shanny Flames is predicting a bunt. I one day will get to the stat line of Kate Daly at some point. Here's Jillian Gutierrez. Oh, no bunting. We're fouling. Gutierrez is committed, and I'm not sure if it's public yet. I need to check the gram. But she has picked her location, and we'll read her stats in just a moment. 2-0 Swashbucklers. Mocs threatening. 2 in scoring position. The 0-1 is back to Daly, and that took a dirty hop. Good recovery by the infield, but a run will score on the RBI groundout.
Who's playing short? Game changer.
All right, so 2 outs. I'm gonna just read Kate's line. I've beat around the bush long enough. It's 2-1. Emma Castori at the plate. The Georgia Bulldog goes up 2-0. All right, Daly on the summer. A 2.73 ERA, a 4-2 record, 27 2/3 innings, 25 hits, 19 runs, 11 earned, 12 walks, 31 strikeouts. Let's go over the defense for the Swashbucklers before the inning is over. Taylor's in left, JQ's in center, Griggs in right, Savant at third, Kate English is at short, Eden Frederick at second, Jada Wade at first, and Riley behind the plate. And thank you, McKenna. Timeout called, 2-1 with Emma Castori from Georgia at the plate. And finally, a window to read anything about the River Mocs offensively. Emma has had a really good summer. Batting .391, 9 of 23, 5 RBIs, 2 homers, 2 doubles, and 6 runs. With Coach Chloe Evans chatting with Emma. Chloe, another OG FGCLer, just like Shanny Flames. Who was the 2020 Pitcher of the Year?
First year.
Yeah.
4 teams. It was a race.
It was really tight. It was between her and her teammate. Oh, did she? Yes, she did.
I thought she ought to say it.
This is the 10th pitch of the inning for Kate Daly. And the 5th pitch to Castori. That's how this has gone. 2-2. Full count.
It's been a hot summer, huh?
Payoff is swung on and missed. Castori chases. Inning ends, and it is one unearned run allowed by Kate Daly. We go to the second. The battle for second place in the FGCL is a 2-1 ball game through one here on Field 1. Madison Hoffman will lead off. Hoffman, Savant, and Frederick. And there is ball one to the Oklahoma State Cowgirl, Maddie Hoffman, who has been one of the steadiest, most consistent bats all summer long. Has pretty much led the way in batting average, wire to wire. Not truly. There have been a couple days really, where she's had a dip, but right now, 18 of 34, 529 average, 16 RBIs. That's good for second in the FGCL. A homer, 2 triples, 6 doubles, 17 runs. She's walked 8 times. Her on-base percentage is .628. All good things for Madison Hoffman, who I figure will be used appropriately by Oklahoma State in 2027. Kenny G, if you're watching, you got someone here who can really do a lot for you. I don't think she went, but they'll check. Oh, she did. All right. Psych. 2-2. Joke's on you. I'm not the umpire.
What happened to the two-man crew?
2-2 is grounded through the 3-4 hole, and Madison Hoffman has another base hit. Just doing what she does and strengthening her case for awards consideration. A leadoff aboard for the Swashbucklers here in the second. Kylie Savant, the newest South Alabama Jaguar, steps in. Portaled over from Houston, and she takes the first pitch out to left. 4th hit of the ball game for the Swashbucklers. And we are cooking with gas. So Eden Frederick, who's portaled over to Delaware, will hit now, batting .417, 15 of 36. 4 RBIs, a double, 13 runs scored. Does have 7 stolen bases, has utilized her speed well. Transferred to Delaware from Furman. This is pitch 35 for Fia Zelinka. Kate Daly threw 11 in the bottom of the first. That one fouled away, 0-1. So I'm sitting up here on this broadcast with Shannon Sale, Shanny Flames, first ever pitcher of the year in the FGCL, but also was part of our 2022 pregame show when she showed me how Blake Nelleman threw her rise ball and how she calls those pitches.
Blake Nelleman, also pitcher of the year.
That's right. Blake Nelleman won pitcher of the year. Blake Nelleman, the only pitcher in FGCL history to throw a perfect game.
I remember that. She's the only one.
Only one.
It's honestly really hard to throw a perfect game on these fields, especially.
Yes.
So, yeah. She was a stud.
The perfect games here. I mean, we've had 5 no-hitters and 1 perfect game. And I would say the hardest part is not just the field, but also, like, you're coming into it. Like, if you're going to do it, it's got to be just because you're that good, because you have – it's not like you're working on a game plan or a scout or anything on these hitters.
Yeah.
You just have to figure it out yourself.
I think that's one of the best things about being a pitcher in the league. You have to figure out how to get hitters out yourself. Like, even though you get a pitch called, like, it doesn't matter because you don't really scout them. You just get used to them. And I think if you can get a hitter out multiple times by figuring out multiple different ways, you're cooking.
It's a good sign.
It is.
Of course, Shannon Sale, now the pitching coach at Oregon.
Oregon. Skodaks. That's what they say.
Noted Big Ten team, Oregon. 2-2 is away, and everybody else will move up on the wild pitch. So, second and third, nobody out, and a full count to Eden Frederick. I would say it's a pretty big pitch for Zelinka. Music? Dugouts. Not me.
I hear scuba happening.
That's ball 4. Bases loaded for the top of the order.
No outs.
And options abound for Shelby Taylor, who I believe has also picked her new school. I think. You got to get more in tune on the gram. Taylor singled and scored in the first. Speedster. Wicked fast. He's going to hit away and take strike 1. So with that single, she's now 12 for 30 on the summer. I believe that's 400 average. Yep, right on the money. 1-1. I beg your pardon, 0-2. On deck is Libby J. Hughes, who's probably got the most powerful swing in the league. So big moment for Zelinka in the circle. And she pays it off. Beautiful changeup for strike 3. Would you like to analyze that changeup, Shannon?
Right down the middle, in the dirt. Not more you can do with that.
Low and slow.
Low and slow. When in doubt, low and out.
Oh, I love it. What quotes have you heard from coaches? We're going to drop them today. Is that one misses into Jay Hughes, who popped out earlier?
When in doubt, low and out. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Jay Hughes, another one, plays for the Cowgirls. She was not here to start the summer, and she came in and in her first game hit a tank to center and hit a tank to right.
Are these fields shorter?
I don't think so.
They look short.
If they are shorter, the ball has not been flying this year as much. I think part of it is we've had the wind in every day.
Gotcha. I like the new Swashbucklers name. That's a good name.
Ooh. 2-1. Bases loaded, 1 out. Swashbucklers have to get something in this inning. And JQ's, oh no, double play. Good awareness by Castori, and that is a massive chance missed by the Swashbucklers. We go to the bottom of the second, still 2-1 here in this battle for second place. First pitch is low to Kinsey Farrier Pylon. Presley Pylon's sister.
Oh.
Said that loudly for Shannon. 6, 7, 8, Farrier Pylon,
Where did she go?
Velasquez, and Stroud. She has just transferred to Baylor, just like Presley.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I'm
Go.
not a good color coordinator, whatever you call
Color coordinator? That's not what this is.
I also heard Presley is going to be on staff with Baylor.
Really?
Player development.
Oh, okay. Go, Presley, go. Probably makes it easier for that to be a yes for Kinsey.
Yes, it was posted the other day.
Well, Farrier Pylon has had a solid summer, hitting 250, 6 of 24, OBP at 333. Last year's WAC Freshman of the Year at Cal Baptist.
Wow.
There's a strike from Daly.
Who's in contention for pitcher of the year right now?
Ooh, Shannon is asking who's in contention for pitcher of the year. There are a couple people. I think Carly Meredith from the Rodeo. She's got an ERA just barely over 1. She's 5-0. Mackenzie Duncan from the Snowbirds has 77 strikeouts in 40 innings. It's pretty good, pretty high quality.
Wow. Where's she playing?
Penn State.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
So you got a little UVA, a little Penn State up in here. Line drive out to left, and on the run, making the grab is Taylor for out number 1.
What's been your favorite part of the Summer League so far?
Mine? I'm being interviewed now by the Flames. I would say, I think honestly, like the competitiveness. You know, it's pretty even. There are a couple teams that like aren't going to win this, but a lot of them could.
And postseason starts Wednesday?
Thursday.
Thursday. I remember back in the day, everyone thought it was going to be the Slice that won, like 2020 year.
Yeah, and
And then we lost the first game.
y'all blew it.
We did blow it. And there was only 4 teams, so they had the winner the next day.
1-0 to Alana Velazquez is high. She's in the portal looking for a new home. Batting .310, 9 of 29, 2 RBIs, 7 runs scored. OBP of .429. Went down and golfed that out towards Taylor, and she'll make the grab. 2 down. Yeah, I remember very vividly. Gray Roberts in the booth with Shannon Sale. 2 outs for Kyla Stroud, by the way. I remember very vividly, back then we had half of this league, and Shannon Sale was the pitcher of the year, and it was single elimination, and the question was, do you start Shannon or do you start Maddie McPherson, who'd had a great summer as well in the first round game, and Gina Snyder went with Maddie, and I think y'all lost like 2-0.
The bats weren't on that day.
That's one where it's like,
it wasn't even a pitching decision. It was.
I think you made the right choice, and the offense didn't back you up. A coach's worst nightmare.
Oh yeah, and that's what like you see too in the postseason in softball right now. It's like you're making different decisions based off matchups and based off of trying to hold out an arm for like. But sometimes you've got to win that first game.
I know.
And that's when your bats really got to support that maybe number 1B or 2.
Kyla Stroud, newest member of Georgia Tech after transferring from Auburn, batting .261, 6 of 23, 6 RBIs, a homer, 5 runs scored. Got on top of that out towards center, and there's a 2-out base hit for Stroud. So a base runner for the Mocs as Kylie Jensen from Northwestern steps in. Batting .304, 7 of 23, 6 RBIs, a double, and 7 runs. Northwestern, noted conference foe of Oregon. Because alignment and realignment are all things that we deal with. It's called strike. Tell us, Shanny Flames, any schedule hints? Where's Oregon going this year? Do we know? That you can say?
I can't reveal that information.
Okay, that's fine.
I will say we host 2 big ones.
Ooh, host in the non-con? Or in Big Ten play?
In conference.
Okay.
I'm excited. It's a fun new schedule. I've really not been to a whole lot of Big Ten schools. Just being in the Big 12 and then in the American. I've never been to Ohio State.
Ooh.
I've never been to Northwestern. I've never been to Washington. I've been to UCLA. I've actually walked around Nebraska's campus, but never played a game there.
All right, let me ask you a question. Not even revealing the schedule. What Big Ten road trip are you most excited about? At some point, whether it be this year or in the future.
I'm most excited to probably go to Nebraska.
Okay.
I think they have a really good atmosphere there. And Rhonda Revelle is a duck.
She is?
She's a duck.
I didn't know. Yeah, that's my girl.
She's a duck.
She invited me to her spin class.
Oh my, she teaches?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
At 5:30 every Wednesday.
That makes her so cool.
Jensen draws the walk. So first and second, 2 outs.
That makes her so cool. A spin class, I just love that. I love that.
Well, speaking of spin, Kate Daly trying to spin her way out of the second inning against Delaney Glover from Binghamton.
Yeah, I like that she's giving little twitches of what she wants to call. Like she's giving her catcher some signals. So.
Oh, interesting. So Kate's calling this game right now.
Yeah, she's going out there and she's letting her know what she wants and may not want. So I think that's good. I mean, as a pitcher, especially in this league, like that's why like I love this league so much.
Because you have to problem solve and figure it out.
And as like a college coach now, I don't want to have to give you the answers all the time. Because if I give you the answers all the time in the big situations, you're gonna struggle because you're gonna want to lean into me and look at me in the dugout, and I'm not the one throwing the pitch.
That's true.
You are. So let's problem solve.
But you're gonna get blamed for it, you know.
That's just how it works.
Well, Glover is batting .313, 4 RBIs, a homer, 4 runs. We'll see her in the circle, I believe, in relief today. That's the plan for Coach Chloe.
Coach Chloe.
Oh, wow, well hit out to left, and Glover has sent it out. Delaney Glover with a 3-run homer, and the Mocs are in front 4-2. I'll be honest, it didn't sound like she even hit it.
It didn't.
But Glover
See?
has the 3-run shot.
Are the fields shorter?
All with 2 outs, single walk and a 3-run homer by Delaney. And this is another thing I think this league does very well. Not only do you have to problem solve, but you got to learn very quickly how to respond, because odds are a coach ain't coming to get you here in the FGCL. If you make a mistake, you got to figure it out yourself. Molly Mitchell singled on a bunt earlier, the Georgia Bulldog, who, by the way, is now 7 for 17 with an OBP of, I can't even calculate that high. She entered the day 643. 9 walks, 3 hit by pitches. Tony Baldwin is going to have some options for her. And we'll see what Kate Daly wants to do. As McKenna Reed comes out to have a word, we will step aside for just a moment. Out of a timeout, the 2-0 to Molly Mitchell is a strike. I do wonder what the strike percentage is after meetings in the circle. 96%?
Because it lowers your heart rate.
Yeah.
And then it helps you have less tension in your hands and less tension in your bodies. We actually studied that.
That's well hit but foul, 2-2. So you there study where? At OU?
We studied it at UCF. I worked with our strength coach. He would take tallies for me, like, of certain situations. After a home run, what was her heart rate at? After a timeout, after a catcher called timeout, after a walk, after something that's like changing momentum of the game, I like to track their heart rate. So if I know they're out of their normal, I'll have the catcher go out and try to bring her back down. But it's been pretty cool, actually, just seeing where the pitchers are at in different scenarios of the game. And just finding a baseline and being able to stay at baseline.
Well, the scenario has come to an end for Daly in the second. The flyout ends it, and we go to the third. Mocs up 4-2 as Chloe Evans dabs right in front of the camera. Rusty Riley gets hit by a pitch to start off the third, and I think someone's going to come and run for her. The question is, whomst? Who will it be? I think it'll be JQ's. It's Riley, Verady, and English 3-4-5 with Griggs waiting. And Fia Zelenka now pitching with the lead. He's been able to dance out of danger a couple times. Bill Verady was hit by a pitch and scored earlier, and the first pitch is lifted to left. Little seeing eye blooper to put, yet again, 2 on with nobody out. And now you got Kate English, who walked in the first inning. And she has been scorching of late. Almost hit, well, did hit a walk-off grand slam to get a run rule win last week. Almost hit a 2-run homer. It died right in front of the fence. If that had gone, that would have secured a no-hitter for the Swashbucklers pitching staff. But alas, the next inning did not do that. 0-2. By the way, let's check in on the other field. It's been a minute since we've done that, and that we haven't at all this game. Bottom of the third, squeeze up 1-0 on the rodeo in a battle for 4th place currently in the league, and that important bye. Throw down to second, not in time from Velasquez. That's foul right by McKenna Reed over in the third base coaching box. Reed just graduated from Florida State. And Zelenka got her. And look at Jake Hughes. That was a heady bit of base running. One down, but now runners on the corners. And Alabama's Garrett Griggs will come up and hit. 2 RBI double in the first inning for Garrett. So here's Griggs. First pitch strike. She fell down 0-2 last time up before ripping that double. As Verady steals second. Another stolen base for Bell. Griggs trying to tie it up. She might have. Out towards left. 1 run will score. Verady races for home. Play at the plate is in time. It'll just be 1 RBI for Griggs. And a great relay from Mitchell in left. 4-3.
She on the team this year?
0-2 on Jada Wade, who flew out earlier. This would be quite the escape act again from Zelinka if she can get out of this with just the 1-run scoring. That would be 2 straight innings where the Swashbucklers got 2 on, nobody out, and it would be 1 run scored across those 2 innings. 2-2 on Wade out of Towson. Called strike 3. Zelinka froze her, and that is how a very interesting inning comes to an end. 1 run in, but that's it, and the Mocs still have the lead going to the bottom of the 3rd here on field 1. Zelinka, Davis, and Gutierrez for the Mocs. 1-2 count on Fia. Now 2-2 count. Kate Daly back in the circle. Let's go over what she's done so far today. 2 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 40 pitches, 21 strikes. Her 2-2 to Fia is swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Daly. And in steps Bailey Davis, who laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first. A lot of bunting in the first inning. Davis entered As I realized, I really didn't get to read many mock stats in the first inning because they were all one pitch at bats. Davis entered today hitting 400 with 7 RBIs. Grounder to third, misplayed. The throw to first won't be in time, and that'll be an E5. Error all the way on that one. And then in steps Gutierrez. Second error of the day for the Swashbucklers. Gutierrez had an RBI ground out in the first inning. Strike one. Gray Robertson up here in the booth, sitting next to Shannon Sale. Am I allowed to say ACL Hall of Famer Shannon Sale? Aren't you in?
He's apparently bringing me merit.
Okay, I have mine.
Are you Hall of Famer too?
Take picture. Yeah.
Duh.
Who else would go in before me? Just kidding. That one's outside, 101.
I'm excited. He's like, I'm gonna bring it out. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh. You don't wear it around?
No, I don't.
Oh.
We're going to take a picture. Ring pic. Check Instagram later, viewers. Haven't found 1 and 2.
Hall of Fame 2024. So 24 the year you were inducted? So you were first ever inducted.
I was.
For just having your...
Just
your personality.
A lot more than that. There's a lot more I do than just smiling and waving.
You're a good smiler and waver.
Thank you. 1-2 fouled.
Ooh, look. Good pitch.
Real quick update from the other field. Got a text from Tom that we did have briefly a situation, but that situation is no longer relevant. 1-0 squeeze over the rodeo, bottom of the fourth.
A situation.
The 1-2 is a soft roller to short. Quick play to get the lead runner. That was beautifully done by English. 2 down. That was very well done. Throw had to be perfect and quick because it took a minute to get to English at short. And now Emma Castori, who struck out in the first. Producer Emma, she is interning this summer. She was scoring the game up here in the 9:30 window. Wow, that hit right off home plate. And Gutierrez is now caught between second and third. And she's out. So the inning ends. And we go to the fourth. 4-3 Mocs. 8, 9, 10 due up for the Swashbucklers, trailing by a run, but a good part of the order up. Hoffman, Savant, and Frederick. Madison Hoffman singled earlier and is now down 0-2 after bunting that one foul. Fia Zelenka, the starter for the Mocs, still cooking in the circle. 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Now 69 pitches, 40 strikes, but I'll be honest, it could have been way worse, and she's gotten out of jams all day long. 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors, 5 left for the Swashbucklers. Mocs 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base.
That was questionable.
Shanny Flames like that pitch.
Ooh.
She's such a pitcher. That was high. It finished in the zone, but that's not where we're calling it.
I thought, oh yeah, you're right. We call it where
Ooh, Zelenka gets her to go down. And Madison Hoffman has struck out for the first out of the inning. That's some late explosiveness from Fia.
That was. I like how there's some wearing shorts, some wearing pants. You know, it's all about just your needs here.
Comfort. Savant singled in the second.
Know what?
Were you shorts or
The
pants?
Slice were the first team to do shorts, and I remember Ryan fighting us on it.
Ryan was not pleased.
Ryan was like, no shorts, no shorts. And we were like, Ryan, it is so hot, and check out this uniform. And I think he saw us in it, and he was okay with it. But I don't know if you remember, all of us had like the coolest uniforms. I mean, the uniforms were so cool. But the Slice checkerboard.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was, that's foul back, 1 and 2. The slight, again, I will say, that first year of the FGCL, if we throw it back, there were 4 teams that were stacked. Slice, the Mocs were stacked. Shout out to MVP
Circus.
Mac Leonard. Squeeze had just about, Kenna Wilkie was on one that summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Was it the Circus? No,
it was the Lynx,
oh my
who were
gosh.
not good, but they had Devin Flaherty and Haley Lee.
Oh
And
my gosh. Where are the Lynx at?
they disappeared 6 years ago. Savant goes opposite way, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2 for 2 day for Kylie. 1 on, 1 out for the 10 hitter, Eden Frederick. Eden walked in the second, worked to count, turned it over to the top of the order. Kenna Reed continues to dodge foul balls over in the third base coaching box. Another one foul, 1 and 2. That's poked and down right in front of Mitchell. Another base hit. That's 8 hits today for the Swashbucklers. And now back to the top of the order, as 9 and 10 have now reached 4 times combined. All 3 Swashbuckler runs have been driven in by Garrick Riggs. They'll look to Shelby Taylor to try and add a name to the list. 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a run scored. That's bunted foul. Swashbucklers 11-3, Mocs are 10-3. Effectively, the winner of this is second place. The Mocs have one game tomorrow and a continuation, so 2 games. This is the final game for the Swashbucklers. However, the math works to where the best the Mocs would do, should they lose today, would be 12-4. Swashbucklers would be 12-3. Ergo, etc. Synergy words. 1-1 grounded to short. On the run. That doesn't look in time. It's not. Base is loaded with 1 out for Libby JQs. Back-to-back-to-back singles. Brings up the powerful JQs.
Can't review that case.
Ooh, all right. They want to challenge it. We'll take a look. All right, so base is loaded after review. Shelby Taylor is safe at first, and Libby JQs will step in. And that is a check swing foul, 0-1. JQs is 0 for 2 today with a pop out and a liner into a double play. Smoked towards center. See ya. Grand slam, Libby JQs. Swashbucklers take a 7-4 lead in the 4th. And it wasn't even a full swing. Holy smokes. Pitching change coming for the Mocs. 7-4, top of the 4th after Libby JQs hits a grand slam. We'll step aside for just a moment and set things up. New pitcher for the River Mocs is Delaney Glover out of Binghamton, a 1.75 ERA, 4-0 record. 24 innings, 25 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 6 walks, 27 strikeouts. In for Fia Zelenka, who went 3 1/3, 10 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks. And Zaylee Packett. Lifts that out to right, and on the run the catch is made for out number 2. And I realize I missed a sub. That was Tybal who reached to start. So my apologies on that. One and one on Brady. I beg your pardon, 2-0 on Brady. Who will be pitching in the bottom of the 4th. This is hit opposite way. Blooping and fair. And that got away from Mitchell. Just took a sideways hop. And Brady's got a double down the left field line. So runner at second, 2 outs for Kate English, who hits that out towards right, and it is caught on the run to end the inning. But a massive inning, a grand slam by Libby J. Hughes, and it's 7-4 Swashbucklers heading to the bottom of the 4th. All right, Mocs. Now down 3, 5, 6, 7. Castori, Ferrier, Pylon, and Velazquez. One more batter for Daly before Belvarady comes in. We have been informed by McKenna Reed. Emma Castori struck out in the first. Player out of Georgia. 1-0. Swashbucklers now have 11 hits in this game. Just 3 hits for the Mocs, but one of those was a home run.
I might go down there.
Here's a strike. 2-1. Yeah, the air is still here. No wind today. But you know what? No clouds of sketchiness either, which I will take after what we dealt with at the end of last week. 2-1 from Dally. Little low. 3-1. Got to be near time. Yep, there we go. 3-1 to Castori. Inside, ball 4. And a leadoff walk here in the 4th, and a pitching change for the Swashbucklers. We'll step aside for just a moment. Well, it was supposed to be just one batter, but I guess a walk doesn't count. So Farrier Pylon bunts the first pitch foul. She lined out earlier.
A bunt doesn't count.
It's 7-4. Maybe this is the final batter for Delhi. Or maybe I just need to not say things and wait until it actually happens. Whomst is to say? That's low. 1-1. Interesting pitching coach moment / also pitcher execution moment. Shannon Sale, you know a bunter or a hitter is bunting. How do you approach her? Are you trying to
pop her up?
Okay.
Yeah. Best pitch I can to get her to pop up, I will do. I probably won't throw a changeup. Those are too easy to bunt. Yeah, like what she did there, perfect. Throw it up in the hands. Get her to either bunt over it or get her to pop it up. I don't want her to get a fair bunt.
Are there any moments ever where you're like,
yeah,
I'm going to take the out. I'm like, let's do this.
If Jocelyn Allo is up to bat, or Brie Ellis or Reese Atwood are up to bat, I'm going to let them.
And they're bunting?
I'm going to say thank you. Yeah.
I have a lot of questions. Is that similar? I have a lot of questions if we're bunting Jocelyn Allo.
Yeah, exactly. If a power hitter, who's historically a power hitter, who hits well off your kind of pitching, and she's going to bunt for whatever reason, they didn't do their scout, I'm going to give her that bunt. And I'm going to take it. And if it's borderline fair or foul, I'm making that play. I'm telling the third baseman, make that play. Yeah. There's a few scenarios in which, but like someone like this who her game's bunting, you want her to pop it up.
It's a good stop by Packett. By the way, new first baseman is Lyndon Cole. Just a little coaching tip for you, because I know that you will often come to me with your coaching questions. If anyone on UCLA is giving you the chance, take the bunt.
Take the bunt.
Take the out.
Take the bunt. Take the out.
As you also learned in Supers.
Yeah, and they don't. I think there was one sacrifice.
They don't do it, which is crazy, because they used to a lot.
Yeah. They had one. They had one sacrifice bunt.
Oh no, that'll be an E3. A run's going to come in and score. And the error proves costly as the Mocs get one back. Castori comes around to score, and we're sticking with Daly.
Yeah, I think another reason why you take the bunt is if, like, for some reason you just feel comfortable about the next two batters getting them, then maybe you take it. But I also just feel like, to me, I don't want anyone to get a bunt down on me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
when I was pitching, I was like willing them to pop it up.
it's always interesting the strategy of it. This is Alana Velazquez, by the way, who flew out to left in the second. That skips in, and wow, pitch will send Ferrer pile on to second, because obviously, you don't, as a pitcher, you're sitting there and you don't want the other team to execute your pitches, but at the same time, there are scenarios where you would like for them to execute by getting a bunt down so you can get the out.
For sure. For sure. And it just gives you that out, especially if it's someone that has power.
Yeah.
I don't see in a world where they do bunt.
I mean, we're not bunting Jordan Woolery out here, but
No, exactly.
but then also, sometimes somebody will bunt somebody over, first base is open, and then you can pitch around Woolery and go after Megan Grant.
Yeah, you know what? I actually like that Chloe, down 2-0 in the first inning, was like, I'm going to bunt these three girls because the Swashbucklers are probably on their heels, and they're probably not expecting us to bunt three, and then getting the score to 2-1, and just relying on getting the execution of bunt down and relying on defense to be on their heels.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a good call. I mean, later on in the game, and it now becomes more of a hitting game, like you want to hit. But I think what she did there to give her some room to breathe a little bit was good.
2-1 coming to Velazquez. Swing and a miss. And I think Shanny Flames. The thing that is most mixed, or missed rather, between coaches and players and people on teams versus people watching games and the fans. The fans put a lot of focus in how you win. Those of us who are part of teams, especially you coaches, you really don't care how it happens. You just want it to happen. It doesn't matter how.
One of my favorite things Coach Bear said, and it's a funny saying. You're going to hear it and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, but...
Oh no, that's thrown away. Ferrer Pylon races for home. She's safe, and it's a one-run ball game on another error. An E4.
Grand Slam? What was I? What were we talking about? Oh, you can, for the people take ugly babies home all the time. Same way.
That's fair.
People take home ugly wins all the time.
So there's the pitching change. Daly exits, and now Verady will come in. We'll step aside for just a moment.
Ryan downstairs real quick.
So now Verady comes in here in the bottom of the fourth. 7-6 Swashbucklers, runner on first. Back-to-back errors have added 2 runs in the inning. Verady, newest member of Furman, the lefty, facing Kyla Stroud at the plate. Did not go. 1-0. Verady, a 2.66 ERA, 3-1 record, 29 innings, 23 hits, 14 runs, 11 earned, 14 walks, and 20 strikeouts. One of those pitchers this summer that hasn't been necessarily as flashy, but she gets outs. It's out of play. 1-1 on Stroud, who singled and scored in the second. Kate Daly is responsible for what would be an unearned run over at first. 3 innings, 3 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Check in over at field 2 after this pitch. Get an update on that massive matchup. Because the Squeeze, by the way, are trying to catch up with the Mocs. Over there, bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Squeeze over the Rodeo. Oh, they're going to finish way in time. 2-2. That's heading foul. Fall over there. Postseason starts on Thursday. All 14 teams make a single elimination. We are wall-to-wall softball Thursday and Friday. First round kicks off at 9:30 a.m. We go all the way through. Quarters and semis are Friday. Championship is Saturday at 10 a.m. on field 2. Just out of the reach of Packett. Great effort. Another foul ball. Another one. We will do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up from Verady to Stroud. So nobody out in the inning. So Verady doing everything she can. But Stroud will not go down. We'll do it again. 10th pitch between these two. Super fun to have Shannon Sale up here for a little bit. New pitching coach at Oregon. This is grounded towards second, and there's the flip for the lead runner. That was really well done. Fielder's choice gets out number 1. Jensen, first pitch foul. She walked and scored in the second inning. 2-1. So any other runs scored in this inning will be unearned. One of the two is earned. Swashbucklers have committed 4 errors today, clinging to a 1-run lead. 3-1. Popped straight up. Full count. So full count. And here comes the payoff from Verady to Jensen. This is popped, and I think it'll stay in play right over those Evo shields, which should be in a dugout. 2 down. So 2 gone with Delaney Glover at the plate. Had a 3-run homer in the second. She's been ripping it up. Strike 1. I would say Delaney Glover is probably in the MVP conversation. Usually it has been pretty clear about who the MVP is, but a lot of the best hitters have been this summer kind of on teams lower in the standings. Best pitchers have been kind of on the middling teams. What's been so interesting about this summer is all the teams up at the top have kind of been rock solid all the way around. No real like breakaway absolute studs. Everyone has just been reliable. You got pretty even RBI numbers. Pitching has been even. So it makes it hard from an award standpoint to kind of really single anybody specifically out from some of these top teams. I think you look at the Mocs, you see multiple arms that are pretty darn reliable. Same with the Swashbucklers. Got a lot of really good bats in that lineup. I mean, Swashbucklers are really a prime example of this. They are, like, you look at Madison Hoffman, right? You know, she leads the league in batting average entering today, and she's, you know, leads her team in RBIs, but a lot of the big booming hits, this big kind of the sexy hitting stats are elsewhere on the team. Mocs too, you look at it, average, you know, they're hitting as a team 283, which is good. No one's got double-digit RBIs. Oh, Glover's close. Now time for the team lead with 7. Glover stays in it. Full count. Another one hit down the left field line. Well hit, but foul. Cued back to Verady. She'll make the flip and end the inning. 2 runs come across for the Mocs. Helped out by a couple errors in the frame, and there were no hits to speak of. But the Swashbucklers still have a 1-run lead after 4 here on field 1. Whoop. There we go. Mike's on now. Griggs, Wade, Hoffman due up. Garrett 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs, kicking off the 5th. Strike 1. Delaney Glover's first full inning of relief. Got a couple outs following the grand slam by Jay Hughes. That's slapped foul, 0-2. Two and two. Over on the other field, top of the 7th, Rodeo has 2 on, 1 out, Squeeze leading at 1-0. So a good game over there. Tom's on the call for that one. Griggs bloops that towards left, and Mitchell was there. Good defensive positioning, and the catch is made for out number 1. Now Lyndon Cole gets her first AB of the game. Called strike on Cole. batting .423, 11 of 26, 13 RBIs, 2 homers, a double, and 6 runs scored. Same spot, same result, 0-2. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Strikeout for Glover, 2 down. And up comes Hoffman, who's 1 for 2. Singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. Over on the other field, an infield single has just tied it up. Rodeo and Squeeze all square at 1. That game has stakes with these teams as well. Because again, the Mocs can finish anywhere in this FGCL race from 2nd to, I believe, 4th. Look at the standings again. Yeah, the Mocs and the Squeeze, they can be tied at the end of the day with a matchup tomorrow. They're locked into a first round bye. Swashbucklers and Mocs are all locked in to a top 4 seed. The Squeeze are not. Should they lose today and tomorrow to the Mocs, then the Rodeo, if they were to win today and tomorrow, could pass them. Could. I don't have the tiebreakers right in front of me, but could pass them. Got Fins at Circus next on this field. That's another one with massive stakes. Fins are currently in 6th in the FGCL. Circus in 7th. They're separated by a half game. That's it. It'll be the finale this regular season for the Fins, I believe. Nope, they have one more game. Did she go? Yes, she did. Good pitch by Glover, and a 1-2-3 inning to send us to the bottom of the 5th. Mocs down a run. Swashbucklers trying to hang on. 5th inning coming up. Top of the order, due up in the bottom of the fifth. Mitchell, Zelinka, that's Fia, and Davis. Sammy Zelinka will be in the lineup a little later. And the bunt will go foul. Molly Mitchell's 1 for 2, singled and scored in the first, flew out in the second. One and one. This has been a kooky game, but it feels like we're headed for a great finish. And we got two pitchers who have been hot, battling it out. Just leaked out 2-2. Looks like the Squeeze has one on the other field. So they're now 10-4. Rodeo drops to 7-7. That locks the Squeeze up into a top 4 seed. Rodeo is still currently in the 5th slot. And I believe they've got the tiebreaker on the Fins, so they're pretty close to secure. I think one more win will do the trick. Another 3-2 to Mitchell. Got her. All right, Verady. Belverady with her first strikeout. One away for Fia Zelenko's 0 for 2. Reached on an error and struck out earlier. Zelenka entered today hitting .400 with 6 RBIs. This has popped up. Little movement from second base by Frederick, but she makes the grab. 2 down. For Bailey Davis, who's 0 for 1. Sack bunt in the first, reached on an error in the third. First pitch hit towards the cars. Look out. 0-1. So now with the squeeze winning, the Mocs are a half game ahead of them. If they were to lose this game, then tomorrow would be for third place no matter what and the 3 seed. Swashbucklers with a win would be locked into the 2. Oh, Bell Verady. Yes, ma'am. Couple strikeouts in the inning. And we go to the 6th. Swashbucklers clinging to a 1-run lead. Nine, 10, 1 for the Swashbucklers here in the 6th. Willard, Frederick, and then Tybal at the top of the order. Madeline Willard is in for Savant, the mid-game sub. Willard batting .276, 8 of 29, 8 RBIs, 2 doubles, 3 runs. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1 as we continue. The other game is done, has been done, will be done for a while. Us, we're in the top of the 6th. 7-6 Swashbucklers in this battle for second place in the standings. At least for now. Again, with the squeeze winning, things get a little bit saucier standings-wise. The squeeze, I'd have to look and see if the squeeze beat the Swashbucklers. But if they were to beat the Mocs, they would pass ahead of them. Should the Mocs lose this? That's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. Right now we're looking at a 1-2 count on Willard. From Delaney Glover, who is, I think, firmly entrenched herself in awards conversations with how she's pitched and hit. Willard out towards center field. That's well hit, but on the run. The grab is made by Gutierrez for the first out. 1-1 on Frederick, who is 1-4-1 today. Walked in the second, singled in the fourth. With Tybal waiting on deck. Just missed in, 3-1. That's slapped over to third. Summer Castori makes the play. Yeah, Summer Castori now in over at short. Sammy Zelenka now in at first. And Olivia Tybal, who I accidentally said was Shelby Taylor earlier. My apologies to the Tybals. Olivia in the portal out of Stetson with that single and a run earlier. Now is 9 for 31, 290 average, 2 RBIs, 13 runs scored, and her OBP has improved from what was already a good 405. Over to third. In time, inning over. To the bottom of the sixth we go. The Mocs down a run. New pitcher as we start the sixth for the Swashbucklers. It is Florida's Allison Sparkman with a 3.84 ERA. 4-0 record, 31 innings, 30 hits, 19 runs, 17 earned, 27 walks, and 26 strikeouts. Replaces Belverady, who gave the Swashbucklers 2 really good innings, really 2+. The official line is 2 innings. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 39 pitches, 27 strikes. Sparkman faces Gutierrez, Castori, and Castori. That's Emma and Summer in the 5-6 hole. Gutierrez is 0 for 2 today with an RBI. An RBI ground out in the first and hit into a fielder's choice in the third. Ball one to Gutierrez. Jillian, another one, portaled over from Incarnate Word. She's picked her spot. Don't have a ton of players left, so coaches, if you're watching, hurry. 2-0. That's strike. 2-1. Breeze is now blowing in here on this field. Ooh, changeup almost fooled her. Full count. Just 3 hits today for the Mocs. They have not recorded a hit since the second inning. Last hit, in fact, was the 3-run homer by Glover. Called strike 3. Sparkman hits her spot, 1 down. And now Emma Castori is 0 for 1. Strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. Emma certainly has the pop to tie this game up. Right now, though, the Mocs just looking for some kind of momentum on their side. It's a 1-run game, but the 2 runs in the 4th came without a hit and were aided by a couple errors and a free pass. Three and out. Next game on this field is Finn Circus. Supposed to start at 2:30. We're probably going to be pushing that back just a little bit. This one has been exciting and interesting and kind of weird, but for purposes of that conversation, a little lengthy. Castori bloops that foul. Only just, but it's a full count. Payoff to Castori. Waits on the change and stays in the AB. Outside, ball 4. Second walk drawn by Castori. She scored last time. And a tying run is aboard here in the 6th for her sister Summer. Going to play at Georgia Tech, the incoming freshman. 4 of 23, 174 average, 4 RBIs, a double, and 3 runs. Bunts it. Sparkman, gloves. The throw is mishandled. Runners on the corners, another error. And Matthews will hit for Velazquez. Jada Cole will come back and play first. And Jolie Matthews is hitting. Matthews lines it out to right. This game is tied. Jolie Matthews comes up big with a pinch hit RBI single. How about that for Matthews to tie it up at 7? And Belverady's going to come back in for Sparkman. We'll step aside, make sure all the scoring and everything is up to code. Tied up at 7, bottom 6 here on Field 1. All right, everything on the app is squared away, I do believe. Belverady has re-entered. Was the middle pitcher for the Swashbucklers. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Sammy Zelinka at the plate. First AB of the game for her. Pulls back the bunt, 1-0. Sammy out of FIU. Batting 167, 424, 2 RBIs, a double, and 3 runs. RBI single from Jolie Matthews. That is her 4th RBI of the summer and her 4th hit. Perfectly timed out to right field. That chases Sparkman, who in a 3rd of an inning. Jake Hughes is scooting up. Jake Hughes in center is basically playing right up the middle. Ready to come in and cover. Now she's scooting all the way back. Gamesmanship at play. Jake Hughes is now scooting back in. Griggs is saying back up. Matthews goes. They let her. There's a lot of drama. Ball 4. Base is loaded. Sammy Zelinka has drawn the walk. And it looks like Bella Brown will come in and pinch hit. 3 for 24 this summer with an RBI and 3 runs. Hitting in place of Jensen. That's just a pinch hitter. But this is the chance right here for the Mocs to grab the lead. Called strike. Oh and 2. On deck is Delaney Glover, who's been maybe the hottest Moc at the plate the last few outings. Already has a home run today. Got her. Variety gets the K. 2 down. Here is Delaney Glover. 1 for 2, a 3-run homer in the second, a ground out against Variety in the 4th. Strike 1. Well, if you didn't believe me when I said more twists and turns were coming, here we are. Held. 1-1. It's Glover to the gap. Mocs in front. 2 runs will come in. Zelinka motors around third, and Glover clears them. It's 10-7 in the 6th. A 6 RBI day for Delaney Glover. The Mocs have stormed back with 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Now back to the top of the order with Mitchell, who's 1 for 3. Single, fly out, strikeout today. She scored a run in the first. First pitch low. So now we look ahead. The Swashbucklers will have, well, a good part of the order due up in the 7. 2, 3, 4. JQs, Packett, and Verady with English and Griggs waiting. Have a game, Delaney Glover, though. 2 for 3 with 6 RBIs. Not bad. (10-7) River Mocs, bottom of the 6th. Mitchell fouls that one off. I realize I hit the wrong button on the score bug. Sorry, Mocs are up 10-7. Swashbucklers are not winning. But again, they got the right people up in the 7th, so you never know. 6 RBI day, though, for Delaney Glover, with a 3-run homer in the 2nd and a 3 RBI double here in the 6th. Mitchell stays in it, 1 and 2. Again, coming up next, Fins and Circus. We will not be starting at 2:30. I repeat, we will not be starting at 2:30. That is in 10 minutes. There is no shot. Probably, at best, maybe a 2:50 start time, depending on how the 7th inning goes, which, don't count your chickens if you're the Swashbucklers or the Mocs. You never know. Look at Mitchell. Fly ball out towards the gap. It's a long run for JQs, but she makes the grab. Delaney Glover, though, more magic at the plate, and now she'll head to the circle and try and finish it off. Swashbucklers have the heart of the order due up as we go to the 7th. Two, 3, 4 for the Swashbucklers, down by 3. Glover back in the circle looking to get the win. JQs, Packett, and Verady due up, and JQs fouls off the first pitch. It's been a long time since Libby JQs had that grand slam in the 4th to put the Swashbucklers up 7-4. Since then, 6 straight runs scored by the River Mocs to take a 10-7 lead. 7 runs, 11 hits, 5 errors, and 6 left on. For the Swashbucklers, 10 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 3 lobs for the River Mocs. And the star has been Delaney Glover at the plate with her 6 RBIs. And now trying to get the win in the circle. Glover's gone 2 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. 37 pitches, 24 strikes. JQ's 1 for 3. Stays in it. Swashbucklers looking to get the tying run to the plate. Good take, 2-2. Fins and Circus waiting patiently off behind the dugouts. Called strike 3. JQ's caught looking. Third K for Glover, 1 down. And now Packett, who flew out to right field in the 4th. Bunted. That's foul. That was almost a true stunner by Packett, but it just crept over that white line. Packett gets into it out towards left field. Mitchell, right up against the fence, makes the grab. Well hit, but 2 down. And Belverady, who's reached 3 times, will try and extend this ball game. Hit by a pitch and scored in the 1st. Singled in the 3rd, doubled in the 4th. Verady lifts that towards left. Mitchell will track it down, and the Mocs come from behind to win it 10-7. And the hero is Delaney Glover, who gets the win in the circle and drives in 6. What a performance, what a comeback as the Mocs move to 11-3 and move in to second place in the FGCL. The Swashbucklers will wrap up the regular season at 11-4. They still got a bye, but the best they can be is the 3 seed. And we'll see, depending on the tiebreaker scenarios, if the Squeeze can have something to say about all this tomorrow when they face the River Mocs. But for our purposes here, this is done and dusted. What a win for the Mocs. 10-7 your final score over the Swashbucklers. Fins and Circus coming up next. We will bring that to you right here on Field 1. For everyone from the FGCL, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long. What a ball game. What a showing from Delaney Glover. We'll be back in about 20 to 30 minutes for the next game.